Hello there and welcome to the job training video for the LinkedIn Blogger. This is going to be a job overview and step-by-step walkthrough training on all job tasks that are going to be required of you. So make sure to pay close attention here. First of all, congratulations and welcome. If you've been selected for this job, then it means that you've been chosen for your English speaking strengths and your ability to get work done quickly and efficiently. We want to welcome you to the team, and I want to let you know that your employer looks forward to a long-term, mutually beneficial business relationship. Now, inside this training, you're going to be given a big picture overview of exactly what your job is going to involve. Then, we will go into specific detail on each one of your work tasks, so you gain a complete 100% understanding of everything you're going to need to do. Important point here, you are now in the training phase. Your employer wants and expects you to ask him or her any questions you may have for further clarification. So if you're ever confused, don't worry about it. Just let your employer know any questions you may have. He or she is very willing to help and wants to make sure that you're clear on everything. So relax. Finally, the first 1 to 2 times that you apply your work tasks will be considered practice runs. So take as much time as you need to study this training. The bottom line is we want you to be comfortable. Alright, so let's get to the job tasks overview for what you're going to be doing as the LinkedIn Blogger, okay? Well, in a nutshell, your job is going to consist of writing one 600-word plus, but at least 600 words, genuinely helpful blog post per day in your employer's chosen niche, okay? And just in case you don't know what a niche is, niche just means niche market. It means the general topic area from which you're going to be sharing expertise or that you're going to be writing about. For instance, a niche market could be dog training. It could be making money online or internet marketing. It could also be saving your marriage, or dealing with divorce. Those are all examples of niche topic areas. Just wanted to make sure you knew what that was. Anyways, moving on here. After writing your 600 plus word genuinely helpful blog post per day in your employer's chosen niche, you will then be sharing each daily blog post with all of your employer's chosen LinkedIn groups that he or she is a member of via the LinkedIn share button that will already be installed on your employer's blog. Now, there will be a period of time before you start your job where your employer will be getting you up to speed and knowledgeable about the niche or topic area that you're going to be posting blog posts or articles within, whatever you want to call them. This is obviously important because you need to be knowledgeable enough about the niche area to write genuinely helpful, useful, and relevant and on-target blog post articles about the niche, So there is a period here that your employer will be getting you up to speed and sort of, for lack of better words, turning you into an expert or a semi-expert in a flash. So to do this, your employer will be giving you 2 to 3 books or courses or videos, or maybe a mix, that are all about teaching you about the niche area, okay? And these will be things that you will study that will give you a baseline of knowledge on the niche topic area, okay? It'll give you a solid foundation knowledge about the niche area, whether it's something like dog training or, internet marketing, search engine ranking, whatever the case may be. But then, after you have a solid base of understanding about the niche topic area, by taking those 2 to 3 books or courses or videos that your employer gave you to study, your employer will then be giving you one final list of the 5 to 10 most requested and popular topics, questions, or hot button kind of issues that people in the niche topic area most commonly ask about or most commonly interested about, at least in the current environment. You will then take the time to research and study these 5 to 10 hottest topic areas that your employer provides you with so that you could easily provide thorough, genuinely helpful blog posts that will be within each of these hottest topic areas, which will of course eventually be shared via LinkedIn using that share button that we talked about that will already be pre-installed on your employer's blog. Now, once you have completed the above and have gained sufficient knowledge about your employer's niche or topic area, you will then be asked to submit 2 to 3 practice blog posts to 2 to 3 sample blog post topics that your employer will be providing you with. If your practice blog posts are genuinely thorough, relevant, and helpful, and they're quality enough, you will officially be hired, and your job will then entail writing and putting up one of these hot topic blog posts per day on your employer's blog, and then sharing each one immediately after you post it via the LinkedIn share button. And we're going to be getting into all this right now. So we're now going to be doing a job training walkthrough example where I'm going to actually be demonstrating here exactly what you're going to need to be doing each day as a part of your job. So make sure to pay real close attention here, because this is exactly what you will be doing each day for your job. I'll be right back with you in the screen capture mode. Alright, well, now that we've gone through the big picture of what's going to be involved for your job, we're now going to do a live job training walkthrough example where you're going to be seeing me do exactly what you're going to be needing to do every day for your job, so no stone is left unturned and you know exactly what you need to do. So the first thing I'm going to show you here is exactly is the general process and the general writing mindset and procedure you want to have when you're creating your blog posts. Okay, what you'll see is that there's a little bit of a recipe or a formula that I use when I write my articles or my blog posts. Okay, and I'm just going to show you. I'm going to start off here with an example of how I go about writing an article. Be right back with you. So what I'm going to do now is just give you an example of writing an article, and the niche I'm going to be using now is simply the internet marketing / make money online niche, because that's the one I'm most familiar with, and I'll be showing you exactly how to go about doing it. Okay, so let's just get a simple new Word document up here. Excuse me here, a simple Word text file. And okay, the topic of this article, and I already happen to know that this is one of the most in-demand hot topic areas, because I know the market, I know the niche. But this is just a walkthrough example. But the one for this is, and I'm just going to, basically what I'm going to be talking about here is how to get lots of traffic from Google, search engine optimization, in the new post-Penguin world. If you've been following SEO or search engine optimization, which is simply getting websites or blogs ranked at the top of Google, you know that there's been this what's called a Google Penguin update. It's their latest algorithm change, which makes it much more difficult for people that are trying to get traffic to sort of exploit or game the system and kind of cheat their way to the top of the results. Okay, so I'm just going to blueprint out 5. What I like to do a lot is have a certain number of tips or secrets, like 5 amazing secrets for X. That's a formula I use a lot for the title of the article. All right, okay. Maybe 7 amazing secrets for X, or 7 shocking discoveries for getting X benefit, right? Or solving a certain problem, right? Solving X problem. So I'm going to title this article 5 sanity saving, because a lot of people are going crazy trying to make Google work for them to get free traffic. They're busting their head against the wall trying to figure out this new algorithm, when the solution is really about relaxing more and just doing what Google really wants. I mean, the bottom line with Google is just providing good content continually, and continually keep providing good content, keep posting new, fresh, relevant, useful, valuable content to your blog, basically, and think of it as a long-term effort, not a quick traffic, quick cash thing. So anyways, the title for my article for this demonstration is simply going to be 5 sanity-saving post-Penguin, and in this niche, people know what that means. It was the Penguin update. Okay, 5 sanity-saving post-Penguin SEO SEO success let's call it SEO success. Let's just keep it simple, tips, okay? I'm just going to change this. I'm just going to make it Post Penguin tips to live by, okay? All right. And what you're going to want to do here is, here's the way, generally speaking, and by the way, I highly recommend, you really need to, and you should, always have a certain number of secrets or tips or tricks for getting a certain benefit or for solving a certain problem, okay? I highly recommend you use that format. In many cases, your employer will require you to use that format. 7 simple secrets to getting your dog to stop barking at neighbors, okay? 5 killer tips for gaining muscle quick, okay? 5 killer tips for gaining muscle fast naturally. 5 killer tips for getting your baby to stop crying at night, okay? You get the point there. But the way you want to start off each of these Ezine contributions / articles is with a quick introduction paragraph, okay? And the way I usually like to do this is to quickly build a little bit of rapport and show some empathy by putting yourselves in their place, basically, right? So these people are really upset they're really stressed out about Google, and they're not happy with the changes, okay? So anyways, let me pause this real quick while I write the intro paragraph. Alright, so I've written the first half of this article, maybe even a little more, because this actually was a little bit long, this one, okay? But just the way it ended up, because it's a very kind of complicated subject matter. But I just want to read it to you to show you how to go about basically the way you kind of want one of these Ezine contribution articles to be. And even though this is a little bit lengthy, don't forget that you're only being asked to write one of these per day, okay? So in a worst case scenario, it shouldn't take you more than really an hour and a half and to do your daily work. And that's really on the long end, okay? Especially once you really become knowledgeable on the niche, it should be more and more easier for you to write these. So anyways, here's mine. The title, and I'm going to make this in purple just so it sticks out and a little bit larger, is 5 sanity-saving post-penguin tips to live by, okay? And again, this is just me really knowing about this niche and what people were thinking and knowing the answers and what people need to do to help themselves out, okay? So I'm just going to read it now. If you've been doing any SEO at all lately, I don't have to tell you how obnoxious the dreaded Penguin update has been. Being a 5+ year grizzled SEO veteran myself, key point here, side point, it's always good if you can sort of allude to yourself being an expert, okay? Even if you got to fudge it a little bit. See how this makes me seem like an expert? Anyways, I know firsthand how painful it was that dreaded day when the traffic stopped all over again. I'm referencing the Penguin update when it happened. But there's a very positive side to the Penguin, believe it or not. Because for the first time ever, many SEOers have been forced to start thinking of and doing SEO the right way and with the right mindset. And these 5, now I'm starting to segue, okay, into that number of tips or tricks, okay? Just want to let you know that. And these 5 sanity-saving, right here, post-Penguin SEO tips have not only been taking virtually all the stress and worry out of their SEO efforts, but they've been forcing SEOers from all walks of life to finally see astonishing traffic and success with far less effort. And that's how I segue right into the first tip. And I give it a little bit of a subheading, right? Post-Penguin tip number 1, colon, and then whatever that tip is, okay? Whatever that secret or thing is that you're going to put into here, okay? And it might not need to be 5. It could be 3. If the current Ezine contribution that you're doing doesn't have that many. But oftentimes 5, I find, is a good number to create a nice, really valuable, nice, bulky, Ezine contribution article. These need to be 1,000-word articles, don't forget. So don't be afraid of doing 5 or 7 tips, okay? Anyways, the first one I had was post-Penguin tip number 1. So if you were doing a dog training article, it could be, dog training tip number 1. Or stop dog peeing number 1, tip number 1, okay? You get the point. Or save your marriage tip number 1, okay? Here's mine though. Post-Penguin tip number 1, stop looking for fast traffic. I'm going to read it now. This is probably the biggest problem SEOers have had since the dawn of Google. When your mindset, I spelled that wrong, of course. When your mindset is, how can I get the most traffic as quickly and easily as possible, you naturally want to start gaming the system, putting up less than stellar content, and in almost all cases, building backlinks at a far from natural rate. Again, you can see here, I'm talking to you now, that of how well I know this topic area, right? Hence the importance of getting you up to speed, as we talked about. Of course, this all results in Google eventually laying down the hammer on your site or blog, and with the new Penguin update, looking less than natural just one time, look less than natural just one time, and kiss your efforts goodbye. Post-Penguin tip number 2, have a genuine passion for your topic. Here's the bottom line. The only way to truly succeed long-term on Google these days is to create a truly valuable authority site that is continually updated with quality, unique content that your audience must love on an ongoing basis. In fact, content freshness and visitor stay length are now two extremely important scoring systems that Google uses to determine your rankings. So with all this being true, doesn't it make sense to only write about and put up sites blogs around topics that you are genuinely interested in? Think about how much less work it would be if the topic you had to create that new tri-weekly, like 3 times a week, whatever, blog post about was something that really got you juiced up and excited. And then I go into tip number 3. And I'm actually not going to read that because you get the point. It's just another tip, and you can get a feel for the way I write, my tonality and stuff. Very conversational, right? Very conversational. Alright, well, now that I've shown you the formula, or just the general way to write a quality, valuable, and relevant article for whatever the topic is that your employer is having you write about, I want to show you now how to finish off the process as a LinkedIn traffic-getting blogger. And basically finish your job. Okay, so what you're going to be doing, and I'm going to be logging into just another one of my blogs here just for demonstration purposes, but once you've written your article, your daily blog article, you're simply going to log into your employer's blog, and he or she will be giving you his or her username and password. You'll be logging in, and you'll simply be going on over to this posts area, and you will be adding a new post. And just for demonstration, I've already written an article here. I'm going to paste it in here. There's my article. It's a nice solid, it's actually about a certain type of real estate investing, but that doesn't matter. And this is just for demonstration, so we're going to, let's just, for the sake of example, 5 for the title. 5, let's just call it money getting short sale, because that's actually what this article is about. It's about short selling houses, real estate. 5 money getting short sale secrets for rapid success. Just as an example, and we're going to make the post. Okay, and the other thing to note here is that your employer will most likely be giving you specific instructions on where to post the post as far as you can see over here, as far as categories go. This blog wasn't categorized, so I'm just going to be posting it to uncategorized, or I'm just going to hit publish. But he or she might be telling you to select certain categories depending upon what the topic is. Okay, and again, he or she is going to be giving you those 5 to 10 really hot, in-demand topics to write about, okay? And it'll be your job to pick the appropriate place, but he or she will be letting you know how to do that, okay? So anyways, I'm going to publish this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to view the post. And here's the final thing of what you need to do. Remember earlier I talked about that your employer would have pre-installed a LinkedIn share button. See right here? This little chiclet here is what's known as the LinkedIn share button. Okay? Now once your post is up, you're going to go to the post page itself, okay? And you're going to click on this button. And again, your employer will have already pre-installed that button on your site. Okay, now here's what you're going to be doing here. Okay, your employer may or may not be telling you to post anything to the updates area. The main thing that you need to worry about here is this thing right here. It says post to groups. Okay, your employer is going to be, you're going to click this, and then in the groups, your employer, okay, will be giving you a list of all the LinkedIn groups that he or she is a member of, that he or she wants you to post each of your daily blog content editions, okay, each of your daily blog posts to. Okay, so you will already have that list from your employer in a text file, and you will simply be starting to type in the different group names. This is, okay, here's one, SEO, assuming this was an SEO related article, right? You get the point. SEO. You get the point. It's all about, that's one group. But if your employer had 10 groups, okay, you'd start typing in more groups here, okay? And it's not showing up any for me because my particular account doesn't have any LinkedIn groups besides this first one. But you would be obviously, your employer would also be giving you login access to his or her LinkedIn account. Okay, so once you're logged in, as you can see, I am here. More of these groups will be popping up when you put them in from the list that your employer gives you. Okay, and you would also be, your employer will also be giving you specific instructions on how to write the subject lines and whether or not to write the detail areas, to fill the detail areas out. Okay, that's going to be up to your employer. But the bottom line, the main thing, the most important thing, is to put every single group in here that your employer wants to include from the groups that he or she is a member of. Okay, and then you will be filling out the subject line definitely, and the detail will be optional, most likely. And again, your employer will be telling you exactly how he or she wants that to be filled out, because that just has to do with the way the link appears, okay, in the actual LinkedIn groups. So that's it. So that's the end of this job training. That's exactly what your job will entail. And the biggest thing for you to worry about now is, getting those 3 foundational courses from your employer to get you up to speed on the topic area in the big picture. Okay, that baseline of foundational knowledge. And then, of course, your employer is going to be giving you those 5 to 10 in-demand hot topic areas. Okay, and that's what you're going to be writing those daily blog posts within. Okay, so that's it for now. Your employer will be in contact with you shortly. And a couple finishing things here. Your employer wants you to know that if you have any confusion or need any further clarification whatsoever, he or she wants you and encourages you to reach out to him or her. We want to help you, and we want you to be comfortable. Okay, so don't worry about asking for as much extra help and extra clarification as you need. But basically, what you should do now is let your employer know that you have finished the initial job training. Go ahead and watch this video several times if you want to. And then what your employer will do is he or she will send you those first 3 foundational courses, okay, that will get you up to speed on the niche topic area in general. Okay, and once you've completed those, you will be contacting your employer one more time, and he or she will be giving you the 5 to 10 hot topic areas for you to study specifically. Okay, and the bottom line is, so get back in contact with your employer, and we look forward to welcoming you to the team. Thank you very much. Take care.